Okay, I have a problem. I want to make some more chocolate chip cookies. Some of you know I've been making a lot of chocolate chip cookies lately. And we're out. There's the cookie jar. It has one left in it. So it's time to make some more. This time I'm going to do a sourdough discard one. Now I've made this before. I've made this recipe before. I like it. It's from Country Road Sourdough. I'll tag her so you guys can find the recipe if you want to try it. But some of you may know I also made a video a few days ago where I was trying to be fancy and it turned into this funny, weird little fail video. But y'all, I got the best tips and like just advice on cookie baking. So now I also want to try out some of my new tips that I learned because this goes, I thought this goes without saying, but I'm not a professional baker or cook like at all. So it was funny. A couple of the comments were like, good thing you don't do this for a living. I was like, yeah, amen. So, but it was fun to like see all those comments and stuff, and I learned some new tips and tricks. And so I'm looking down. I keep looking down. I should show you. So this is the binder that I keep all of my favorite sourdough recipes in. So that's where it is. That's what I'm gonna make. I will keep you posted. Good morning, day 2 of the latest round of chocolate chip cookie stuff. Okay, I mentioned that silly video I made with, and then I got like all the comments sent me down the rabbit hole of all the things that I never considered about baking chocolate chip cookies. And let me be clear, I also think it's okay, and probably after whatever this little thing is that I'm having about chocolate chip cookies is over, I'm gonna go back to just making chocolate chip cookies and taking a teaspoon out of the drawer and blopping them onto and eating them like a rabid raccoon straight out of the oven, like, right? Okay, just to be clear about that. But this has been fun. This like learning new things thing. Okay, so here's what I did last night. I'm gonna put this in a separate video. The reveal of trying to get circular cookies out of, so I did a medium-sized scoop. What does that mean? I bought a 3-pack, it's the medium size. There's probably a number attached to it, like a number 15 or something. Somebody said that, I don't know. But anyway, I scooped them up. I put them in the fridge for like an hour because that's how long we wanted to wait before we ate the cookies before we went to bed last night. And I baked them. That was round 1. That was at 375 for 12 minutes. Then I did all this other stuff last night. I made a batch with my number 1 scoop, and actually this is probably the size cookie that I'm thinking from a daily cookie, right? Just the ones that go in right there, the cookie jar. So now the recipe that I'm using actually is based on a super big cookie, so I'm not exactly sure how long to bake it. I'm gonna start with 8 minutes on these little guys. Check it after 8 minutes and see. It's probably gonna be somewhere between 8 and 10 is my guess. But they've been in the refrigerator all night, so they're very firm. Then I did these guys last night and put them in the fridge. 2 things. One is, oh, they're a little stuck. Okay. These guys, and I just stuck some extra chocolate chips on top for fun. These are actually what my sticky says, because I was freaking delirious probably. My sticky note says 80 ounces. That's not 80 ounces. And then one of the comments from that, dumb video I mentioned talked about cylindrical cookies. What is that about? I probably could Google it and find out more, but I didn't, so who cares? I did these. I don't know if that's what that means, cylindrical. And then I put this chocolate chip on top and it looks a little, I don't know, you tell me in the comments what it looks like. Anyway, I'm gonna try that. I made some of those, okay. And then one of the comments said, freeze them. So these are the medium scoop and they were in the freezer all night and it said freeze them, add frozen dough to a hot pan. All right, this video is way too long and it'll never show up on Instagram because it's way too long, or TikTok or whatever, any of the places that I'm putting these stupid videos. But that's the whole spiel. I'll try to chop them up into smaller videos so you don't have to listen to me drone on for how long, obviously, I'm droning on for. All right, those are all the different iterations. We'll see how it goes. And then I think I need to just stop with the chocolate chip cookies for a while. You're cracking me up. Okay, this is the version directly like the recipe says. This is the recipe calls for a 1/3 cup size of dough, which I kind of approximated and realized was about 8 ounces. I baked it for 15 minutes. It said 15 to 17. This is just 15. This looks perfect. I did do the stupid cookie cutter thing. It did make it a little rounder, but that's a pretty cookie. I stuck a couple of extras on top just for aesthetics and, you know, why not more chocolate? Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, okay, that's a winner. I like how that's a good size thickness. It's still chewy. Oh, okay, I'm so excited. You see the chocolate on my teeth? Gross, I know. I don't care. Okay. That is a winner cookie. Country Road sourdough. I'll tag it. It's a sourdough discard chocolate chip cookie recipe. Holy cow. God, that's good. I could cry. It's so good.